Brother Nashi, how are you? Please post my story as anonymous. I have come here because I just want to hear what your listeners will say. It is fine. There is no problem. If you are able, you can translate my voice note to English. I am always following you on Zim Confessions. So this is what my story is about. I was working for this other family. They are also Zimbabweans like me, and they were staying in Senton. I want to tell you what these people did to me and what I did to my husband. These people, they came clean and they told me that they were into money rituals and they had not been performing their rituals in time. That was why they were unable to pay me, because I had worked for them, and they started to come up with a lot of stories. And I asked them, why were they not paying me? That was when one day my madam boss, she started to cry. Brother Nashim, even as I am speaking with you, sometimes I even lose sleep because of this. My husband, he is begging me for us to have another child. I have been faking my periods for a very long time. I can't go on my periods. Me and my husband, we only had one child. I was married before I met my husband. We met here in South Africa. My husband had never been married in his entire life. We have one daughter, and he's complaining. He's saying that he prays to God that this time around, when I fall pregnant, I am going to give him a son. How can I tell him that the son that he wants is not going to come through me? Because as far as I am concerned, I know that I am barren. This is why sometimes I spend full nights just thinking, and I can't fall asleep. There are times when I have to listen to your confessions and then I start to doze off. My name, you'll call me Chipom. I am a Zimbabwean woman living in South Africa. It was in 2019. Life was a little bit difficult. I had recently gave birth, and my husband, he does not have a permanent job. He's always doing piece jobs, but he's a good handyman. I had been working for a domestic worker for another couple that is South African, but they got a divorce and I did not have a job. I was struggling quite a lot, and then we started to hear about this new disease that was going to come. I then lost my job. My husband, he was now working by then as a security guard. So we were just struggling. We were living in a small room in Tembisa, and sometimes we could not even afford to get a proper meal because we were saving to also send money back home. You know how things are for us in South Africa. Then all of a sudden, I found a job. I went to market myself at the robot. When I was marketing with my friend, there was a car that stopped. So we all rushed to that car. We were running. And as for me, I could not compete with the men and some of the women that ran, and the people that were inside the car, they pointed at me and they said that they wanted me to speak with them. And I went there, and those people, they told me that they wanted to give me a piece job. And then I got into their car and we started speaking. I was surprised that these people, they were not South Africans. The car that they were driving, my brother, I don't know anything about cars. I just knew that it was a Benz. It was a beautiful Benz. And this car, when I entered inside of it, it was as if I was inside an aeroplane. And they asked me a lot where I was coming from and what I had been doing in South Africa, if I had a work permit, and I told them no. So we arrived at their house. I would just say that these people, they had two houses. Then we went to their Senton house. As time went on, the wife, she was very talkative. She told me that they owned a tire importing business. What they would do is they will bring containers full of tires from China and they will send them all over Southern Africa. Some of the tires, they would arrive through the port in Tanzania, and some of it, they will arrive through the port in Durban, and then they will export them out of South Africa, Harare, Bulawayo to Malawi. They had a lot of businesses here in South Africa, and their house in Sandton, They had a lot of cars. These people, they were living a perfect life. And I was happy to be working for my own people that were from Zim. And I said, God, you have finally looked at me. But I did not know that these people, they were involved in dark rituals. For the first 5 months that I was working for these people, I was just a normal maid, cleaning floors, washing clothes. The madam boss, she was a lazy woman. And I noticed that my madam boss, she was always stressed because they were unable to pay me in time. When it was time for them to pay me, they would tell me that their bank account is frozen, this and that, I should come back tomorrow. And even at the house, as a maid, you know that now my bosses, they don't have money. The food in the fridge will tell you that this time there is no money in this house. So that was what was happening. I clearly saw that there was no money at all in the house. And when I spoke with my madam boss, I just wanted to know when she was going to pay me. And she'll be like, we'll pay you very soon. Once we get our bank sorted out, we are going to pay you. One night, Brother Nashi, I was sleeping at their house because they were asking me some days to sleep at their house. Then the madam, she called me. Her husband was not at home. She was in her private lounge. She was drinking. I had never seen her so drunk. She used to drink wine, but just to drink, just to get a little bit tipsy. But on that night, she was drunk, laughing at herself, crying. And she had a lot of papers that was in front of her. She looked at me and she said, Chipo, you are a loyal girl. You see these cars, you see us driving these cars. It is credit. Everything in South Africa is credit. Do not wish to be like someone who has a lot of money in South Africa. You will die of stress. All our houses, we got them on credit. All these cars, we got them on credit. We are broke. Every month, each and every car that you see out there, Chipo, it needs money. We are broke. The business is failing. They might even kick us out of this house. The containers, they are stuck at the port. We have not done our renewals in a lot of months because our old maid ran away. So for 7 months, these people, they were unable to do their renewal. So I thought that maybe they were supposed to do like renewal in their business. I did not know about money rituals at that time. I was confused. I thought that maybe she wanted to tell me that their business was not running so well. That was why their containers were stuck at the border. I was confused. I asked her what she meant, and then she said that they used the blood they used to use the blood of their maid, and that maid had gone to Zim and he had never returned back. Since she had left, the spirits are angry, the tires are no longer selling, and if I was going to be helping them, then they will stop paying me the 4,000 rand salary that they were paying me each and every month, and they were going to increase my salary. They will start to pay me 18,000 each and every month. All that I have to do was to give them my period blood. I was shocked, Brother Nash, and I said, I'm Murevesim, meaning you are not for real. I wanted to run away, but then I thought about the life that my mom was living in the village. I thought about my poor husband. I did not know about the consequences at that time. And the devil whispered to me that it is fine, just give them your period blood, you throw it away anyway, it is dirty, it's not like it is chocolate that you can eat, just give them, just like you are throwing it ever since you started going on your period. And I said, okay, I can sell you my period blood. So she took her own hair and she took my hair as well, and then she told me that I was supposed to follow her into the office. These people, they had a room. I did not know that this room I was not even supposed to enter. Since I'm someone that is not snooping around, I'll just touch it and see that it is locked, and I will not ask for the keys. And she took me to that room, and when we entered there was no furniture except for a white couch, and there was a large basin that was empty. And then she showed me this other golden cloth that she gave it to me and she told me to wipe my private part. And she looked the other side and I undressed myself and I wiped my private part. And then she told me to whisper my name whilst I was holding that piece of cloth that she had given to me. And I did as she had instructed me to do. And she told me that now she was going to be giving me 18,000 rands and she was going to deposit that money the moment that her husband was going to return back home. Brother Nashi, I'm sure that even Mukuru was surprised to see me receiving all of that money. I got my money that night, 18,000. She showed me a screenshot and I had to wait for it to be cleared in my bank account. I started to make a lot of money and I did this for 1 year, 2 years, 3 years. I was selling my period blood to my madam boss and her husband. The hardest part was that my husband, he did not know. How do you tell your husband that he's earning maybe around 4,000 or not even 4,000 a month because he was not having a permanent job? He was just doing piece jobs here and there and there. That you are suddenly earning 18,000 as a maid in South Africa. It is not even possible. I thought that if I would tell him, since my madam boss had said that I was never supposed to tell anyone about this deal, if he would go to the place where I was working, what if they would refuse and fire me? He would suspect that I am cheating with a man or doing prostitution. So I lied. I told him that my madam boss had given me a small raise. I was earning 4,500. So each and every month, I would show him the money and I would say that this is the money that they have given to me, and I would hide the 13,500 and I would tell my madam boss not to put it into my Mukuru account. I'll just create orders and she will pay using her own personal card. Every month, Brother Nashim, whenever I was on my period, I had to perform that ritual. This was supposed to be done each and every month without fail. I would leave my blood inside of that room. I would enter into that room the first thing when I would have arrived at work. If I did not sleep at work, then early in the morning when I am leaving the location, I was not supposed to bath. I was not supposed to do anything or even to use roll-on or any perfume. I'll just go to work like that. When I would have arrived at work, she would tell me to go upstairs and to perform my duties. I would take a cloth and wipe myself, and then I would leave the sanitary pads inside of that bowl that was inside that room. Brother Nashim, my husband, he did not even know about this. I would send that money back home. I told my mother that they was never supposed to tell my husband that I was doing a side business selling clothes. And I told my mom to start a chicken project. My mother and my brother, they did not know that this money, wherever it was coming from, it was me doing money rituals. I just said that I do not want my husband to know about this because you never know, you will end up marrying another woman. And you know that when you are the breadwinner in the family, people, they will always follow your instructions. I did not want the money in South Africa where my husband could see it. I wanted safe in our village, but not the village where me and my husband built our house. I wanted it in the village where my family stays so that my husband will never have any power over the project that I had created. My husband, he did not even know about this. The project in the village, it has grown big. As I am speaking with you right now, my brother is a good manager. We started with 50 chickens. As for now, we have more than 1,000 to 2,000 chickens that we can have per cycle. And we are running a big project. Some of them, it is for off layers. Some of it is your white broiler chickens. and we have been supplying local boarding schools and shops in the nearby towns, as well as the Chinese, those ones that do illegal mining. We are also supplying the chickens to them. They don't even know that this belongs to me, not my brother. Even my husband, he does not know that this chicken project, it does not belong to my brother, but it definitely belongs to me. I told my mother and my brother to buy a Toyota Dyna little truck. They came to Musina and they bought it. And my husband does not even know that it was my money that was used. Then, Brother Nashi, I then felt like I could not work with these people anymore, and I stopped working for them. They said that it is fine. Since you do not want to work for us, there is no problem. We will look for someone else. I have not spoken with those people ever since I stopped working for them. Now that we are in 2026, I have money. That chicken project, it is a good business. My brother wants me to come home so that we can run it full time. My husband, he does not know. I am terrified, Brother Nashi. I want to tell my husband the truth. I just wonder what my husband will say about me the day that he is going to find out that this is what I did. Or am I supposed to keep this secret until the day that I die? But I am someone that hates keeping secrets from my husband. If it was possible that I could fall pregnant and then we have a son or we have another child, even if it is not a son, it is fine. But as for now, Brother Nashim, my husband, he has been complaining. I want us to have a child. I hope that God is going to grant us the ability to have a son. And it is irritating me. I am an independent woman, Brother Nashi. I have money. I cannot tolerate this man, him keeping on telling me that he wants a son, at all the times. I'm afraid that I am going to dump him because I know that I have money. With or without him, I can survive, I can enjoy life, I can forget about him. Just that I feel sorry for this poor man. If I dump him, what is going to happen to him? That is what just breaks my heart about him. He has been a good man to me. In my previous marriage, I was abused so many times, but as for my current husband, he has never done such a thing, even though we fight here and there. But I know that he is a good man, so I do not want to dump him. And when he pressurizes me, whenever he talk about God, always God, this God, that, it just bores me. It is boring to me because I am someone who does not want that. Whether I have a child or not, it is just irritating me. He is not supposed to be pushing me, but he keeps on pushing me because he does not know the dark secret that I traded my period blood and I was being given money each and every month. When you post my story, Brother Nashi, you will tell me I'll be there in the comment section. Yo, dear listeners, right there was a message that was sent to me by one of our dear sister. Let us try to speak with our dear sister in the comment section. That was a translation of a message that she sent to me as a WhatsApp voice note, hoping that you were able to understand. Strange things indeed. They do happen in this world. Let us try to talk about this in the comment section. If it was you, were you going to tell your husband, even though she says that she does not have any terrible dreams, she has not seen any negative effects of the rituals that she did? She wonders if this is what these people do. They have someone work for them for a year, 2 years, and then they look for another maid who works for them for a year, 2 years, and then it goes on and on and on like that. Let us talk about it in the comment section. I'll be back with another episode.